Hey, it's Josh. Roam Real Eat. Cheers. I want to talk to you guys about some travel, primarily international travel, and primarily with the Department of Veterans Affairs. So the VA has its pluses and minuses. Usually there's a lot of red tape and 100,000 different referrals to get one thing done, and it can be a hassle. However, there is one program within the VA that is easy, it's seamless. I was amazed at how easy it was with this program. The program is called the Travel Program with the Department of Veterans Affairs. So basically, I sent a secure message through my Healthy Vet to my primary care provider. I said, look, I have a trip upcoming to Thailand, and I want to talk to somebody about potential vaccines and medications and stuff to take before I go. And she referred me to the VA travel program, and I was expecting to have a consultation and then go see this doctor for this and this doctor for that and get tested for this and tested for that. And I was prepared to just not get any vaccinations before I left. But I did the consultation, and it was over the phone on a video call. And basically it was a doctor from infectious disease clinic. And she asked me where I was going. She asked me what activities I was going to be doing while I was there. She pulled up my immunization history. She pulled up my lab reports to show what things I tested immune to and which things I didn't test immune to, which things I haven't been tested for. And she put together a plan right there. I'm going to give you this medicine, this medicine, this medicine, and that medicine, and you might need this shot. And you could, at that point, you can refuse any of the treatments that they offered and still get the rest of them. And so you had some freedom in choosing what you were going to get and what you were going to do. And for the immunization, I didn't even have to go to the hospital. They shipped the immunization, which I got was Japanese encephalitis, I think. And they shipped that to the primary care clinic. And I basically walked in there and told them I was there, and a nurse came out and brought me back and gave me the shot, and they made me sit around for 5 minutes to make sure I didn't have a reaction to it, and I was on my way. The rest of them, the medication they gave, one was for some type of bacterial stuff over there because they have different enzymes in the waters than we do, so kind of to prevent travelers' diarrhea and stuff like that. And she gave me a couple other medicines, but the process was surprisingly seamless. Besides the one shot I got, all the other medication was mailed to my house. So I didn't have to deal with the hospital. I didn't have to deal with driving to the pharmacy. I made one trip to primary care, and everything else was sent to my house. So if you're going to be traveling, specifically doing some international travel, and it doesn't matter where you're going, they'll pull up the location in their system, and it'll tell them what things to potentially be concerned about, and they discuss the options for treatment. And if you accept any or all of them, they put a plan together. I notify them as far out as possible, and here's the reason why. Luckily for me, I only got the one shot, one immunization, based on what I have been vaccinated for and what I am immune against. I only needed the one shot, which is the Japanese encephalitis. But if you require multiple shots with multiple different vaccines, some of those vaccines come in stages. So first dose, second dose, third dose. Some of those doses have to be spaced apart. You get first dose today, 3 to 4 weeks, you have to get the second dose. In 12 to 16 weeks, you get the third dose. Some of those vaccines interact with each other. So if you need multiple vaccines, what they will do is they will schedule when you get which vaccine, and they will do so in a manner where you're within the time frames, the maximum and minimum time frames for the stages of the vaccine, but they will also plan in between for the vaccines that may react with the other vaccines. So the further out you can notify them, the better. But I mean, I'm feeling even if you have 2 or 3 weeks before you travel and you call them, I mean, even if you don't do any immunizations at all, which the Japanese encephalitis was one shot, one time, and that was it. So, but even if you didn't do any immunizations at all and you just you elected to take the prescription pills or other whatever they're going to send to your house, whether it's a cream, a pill, a powder, or whatever, they'll send it to you, and at least you have protection against those things. And I know some people are anti-vaxxers, and I'm not a vaccination guy. I'm not big on, I don't even make sure I get my flu shot every year. If I'm at the hospital and they offer it, then I take it. Or if I'm at the doctor's office or urgent care, whatever it is, and they offer it, I take it. I'm not a big vaccine guy, but I mean, the education is there, the program is there, the medication is there, the scheduling is there. It seems like it was a very easy process. I was prepared for them to say you had multiple appointments. At that point, I just said, look, I'm not making 12 different appointments, 12 different days, 12 different locations. I'm not doing that. Just forget it. That's what I was prepared for. And I was surprisingly pleased with how seamless and effective and how that program works. So it's called the VA Travel Program. If you need to use it, just call your primary care provider, or it's probably faster just to send a message through my Healthy Vet and ask for the travel program. Tell them you're going to be traveling internationally and you want to speak with somebody in infectious diseases about the travel program, and they will hook you up. Like I said, there's a lot of things within the VA program that's a runaround, it's a hassle. Do a good job in this program. I can't say a bad word about it. So that's all I wanted to say. VA travel program. If you're going to be traveling internationally, you need some vaccines, or you just want education on what you may be exposed to, email your primary care provider on My Healthy Vet. Worst thing that could happen is you do a video call for 15 or 20 minutes and you decide that it's not worth whatever hassle. You don't like any of the options they give you. You might have spent 15 minutes on the phone talking to a doctor that you'll never talk to again. I advise everybody, if you're going to be traveling internationally, just go ahead and reach out to them, see what they have to say. So, cheers.